First down now. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 32 on the play. Operating from the gun. Strong. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Strong. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the left hash, this from 34. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Now left side on the swing pass. Gets through and now an opening. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Jerry Hughes on the stop. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Kiki QT, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time where they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 65 yards. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing on third down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They snap it to Fields. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he is going to have the Bears first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Montgomery on the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An injury cost Montgomery 4 games early in the year, which kept him from repeating his 1,000-yard season from the previous one. He still reached over 800 yards and caught another 42 passes and is firmly entrenched as the Bears' top backfield option for his 4th season.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. To throw on third down. Strong. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Strong. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On first and 10, Strong. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll look to throw again. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Looking to throw on second down. Strong. Caught left side by Mechie. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Balaj. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Off the play fake. Strong sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Balaj. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Play action. It's Fields. His pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Fields. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
That's good for another Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kiki QT. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, Strong. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kalen Ballage, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got an open man, it's QT. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Fields throwing again. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Now it's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack there by Rasheem Green. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Montgomery. will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good. Bears. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fields on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, 56 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fields trying to throw for it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route, is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Kalen Ballage, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he is into the end zone again, so get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.